Hi and welcome to this, the 11th episode in which we're looking at the Shibashi Qigong form or Qigong 18, a set of 18 exercises which are excellent for promoting health, both physically and mentally. It's easy to learn, can be practiced in a confined space, you don't need any extra equipment in order to do it. So it's a great exercise to learn as you can practice it anywhere. So far we've gone through the previous 10 exercises and we'll just recap on these very briefly. So far we've looked at raising the arms, raising the chi. So that was just a straightforward raising of the arms in front of the chest. Then we open the chest. Then there was painting the rainbow, left and right sides. Then there was separating the clouds, rolling the arms, rowing a boat on a still lake, holding up the sun, raising the sun on the left and right, looking back at the moon, to the right, to the left, pushing palms and twisting the waist, to the left and to the right. And then we looked at cloud hands, both sides. Now for this movement, reaching the bottom, scooping the bottom of the sea and looking at the sky. This is very similar to raising the cloud, separating the clouds. So where the arms are crossing in front as we raise up, coming back. But this time, for the first time, we're going to take a step forward. In this case, I'll be stepping forward with the left leg. So when we come from cloud hands, arms are going to scoop round. We're going to take a step forward with my left leg. And then similar movement as if we're scooping the bottom of the sea, crossing the hands again, rolling back and separate, looking at the sky. So as you can see, it's a similar movement to separating the clouds. So we're just going to exhale as we come forward. Palms cross. As we roll back, we're twisting the arms. Inhale and back. Reaching forward, we exhale. Inhale as we draw back. Forward. And draw back. Okay, so the arm movements are pretty much the same, as I said. So we're scooping down the front, rolling the palms as we separate this way. But we do it this time from a bow stance, so a forward stance this way. Now there's a couple of techniques. This is practiced either with, we move forward, crossing the palms. Now in some cases you can leave the foot flat on the ground as you come back, or in a Tai Chi kind of tradition, roll back and roll back onto the heel this way and forward. So we exhale as we go forward, inhale as we draw back, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Okay, so the palms are crossing, roll back this way, nice and gently. It can also be practiced on the opposite leg. So again, you can finish, if you finish in your cloud hands, take a step forward this way, scooping in, palms cross, roll back this way, forward, this way. Okay, typically when you see it practiced, it's usually the left forward, foot forward, and it's practiced 3 times. Then if you were going to swap foot, it's probably better to do all the exercises again next time, stepping forward with the right leg. Okay, so The different degrees in which you step forward. So coming from the cloud hands, taking the step forward. Now, depending on how flexible your back is, or if you've got any injuries with the hips, the back, it can be a nice shallow step forward, lean forward rather. You can begin to increase that, going forward a little bit more each time. So if you were doing it in sets of 3, you could do it forward. Next time, a little bit further forward. And then finally, going right forward and then back. So we exhale as we go forward, inhale as we come back. Okay, so by crossing the hands forward and then separating the palms overhead, the acupressure point in the crown helps to open this. And this is also good for relieving headaches. We're getting movement in the shoulders. It's also good for massaging the internal organs, but generally balancing the energetic side of the chi, so balancing the body's energy. It's also good for digestion, lumbar, because we're moving the lower back. Also the exercise in the legs, as you find you increase how far you lean forward, we're starting to gain more pressure and more strength needed in order to pull back. And exactly the same on the opposite side. So the more we lean forward, we're creating greater weight on the front, and so the energy it requires to push back increases. So again, we can alter the amount of exercise we want to do on the legs. It's important when we're leaning forward to try and keep the knee no further than the toes. So we don't want to go too far over. We're putting uncomfortable pressure then on the knee if we go over and this has gone past. So we want to make sure that the knee, as much as we possibly can, doesn't go over the front toes. So when we go forward, we increase going forward, but we don't start to lean forward. You'll notice the increased pressure then on the knee, and sometimes that can be uncomfortable. So we just want to go this far, make sure we got the support from the knee, and then draw them back. So again, we're keeping the same principles as with the other movements. We want to be trying to do the diaphragmatic breathing, so that we're breathing in through the nose, expanding the belly. So as we breathe in this way. Although we're pulling back, still inhaling, then exhaling forward, relaxing. We'll feel the space in the abdomen as we can move forward. Like so. The tongue will always be touching the upper palate. As I say, that's connecting the conceptual channel and the governing channel, which form the microcosmic orbit around the body. So again, it's just keeping those energy lines flowing. But yeah, it's quite an enjoyable exercise, very easy to learn, easy to execute. And as I said in the previous videos, this can be practiced as an exercise all on its own. It doesn't have to be part of the 18 form. But as you can see, as we start to build up these benefits of each of the movements all stacked up on top of one another, it's quite a complete workout, both physically, emotionally, and energetically. So yeah, we'll be looking at the next movement, which again takes advantage of this forward step. In all the other movements, you notice the axis has been more or less vertical. In this one, we're starting to move horizontal, and that will correspond in the different directions used in traditional Chinese medicine. So going forward, moving back, as well as up and down. So that relates to the elements as well. But it's beyond the scope of this particular lesson. Just want to keep it quite short. So hopefully you're enjoying it. If you want to check out some of the other exercises individually, as this lesson is, you can find those on the channel. You can also find the foundation Qigong form, which is also on the channel, and a couple of alternative warm-up methods, which I've got a few different warm-up strategies I'd like to share with you on this channel, but there's a couple up there now which you can check out. And you can also see the Shibashi practiced in its entirety as well. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying the series so far. I could do with some more subscribers. It's a brand new channel, so if you've got anyone who you'd like to share it with, please share, like, subscribe. This still feels like a new thing to me, so I'm still getting in the swing of it. So if you are watching, thanks for persevering. Hopefully I'll get a bit more proficient at this as we go. But yeah, I've got an awful lot I'd like to say about Tai Chi, and I've just got loads of enthusiasm for it. It's been very rewarding for me over the past 6 or so years of practicing, and I can't recommend it enough. So yeah, certainly, check out this video, look at other videos on YouTube, just to find out as much information as you can about it and practice safely. Look after yourself, look after each other, and I'll see you in the next episode. Take care.